It was a huge night in the history of the orchestra.
It was incredibly exciting. There was a real buzz in the orchestra. We had an expat conductor coming back from Europe to conduct the orchestra, who had been a member of the Sydney Symphony many years before that. And we had this world-famous soprano singing this magic music from Gerda Damerung, you know, Birgit Nilsson. Wow, what a name to be appearing at the Sydney Opera House, you know, just extraordinary.
In the 60s, when I was first in the orchestra, our home was the Sydney Town Hall. And it was a very big thing when this building opened, because this was Goossens' dream in the 50s to have some sort of a permanent home for the Sydney Symphony Orchestra. And the building we're in now is the result of that dream and passion that Goossens had.
Wagner's often a very good choice for ceremonial occasions. There's something about the grandeur of the work. There's also a bit of a joke in there, of course, with Dich teure Halle, because it's the aria from Tannhäuser. Dich teure Halle means, I greet you, beloved hall. But teure means dear, the same as in English. It both means beloved and expensive. So Dich teure Halle was very appropriate.
The excerpts from the Ring Cycle, from Gerda Damerung specifically, require 4 trombones. And at that stage, the contingency strength of the orchestra only had 3 trombones in it. And so they had to hire a casual, and I was the lucky boy that got the job. I think I was about 20. Yeah, so, you know, relatively young. And it was my first experience of playing Wagner, and it just blew me away.
Wagner, and particularly the sections that Charles Mackerras chose for this concert and that we are doing now, they encompass everything from great joy, from unity to the deepest despair, everything from new life to death. It really spans all of human experience.
I was playing second timpani that night. I've been here for, 44 years, is it? I'm the longest serving member of the orchestra. The SSO have done, you know, spectacular concerts in places like Carnegie Hall in Vienna and Edinburgh, with all sorts of different conductors, but that particular night was a seminal night in our history. I mean, we moved officially from the town hall to this amazing place, and we've been here ever since. One part of my brain says, well, hang on, this concert should have been done next year when the Opera House was 40. But they're doing the repeat concert because of the SSO's 80th anniversary.
I thought it was a wonderful idea and a tremendous privilege to do something that is in a certain way also commemorative of the great Australian conductor Charles Mackerras. I was lucky enough to have the chance to work with him when I was a young repetiteur with Opera Australia back in the 80s, and our paths crossed many times in Europe, most often around Covent Garden. And so from that respect, it was a tremendous privilege. It's also absolutely my core repertoire. I think the orchestra sounded great.
I think it'll be packed and it'll bring the house down, as it did in 1973.
It's just almost deja vu. That was a point in time where I made an absolute decision that I wanted to play music. And now, 40 years later, I'm going to say, you've played 40 years of concerts in this hall, and what a ride it's been.